They do still have strong heroes. Oh, here we go. We'll watch it again. I mean, how low did he get?
It this time.
How low did he get? 10, 8, or 9, 8 HP it went down to. Oh, that was a close one, DNZ.
Oh, and look, the pause is over. These replays are great. Getting right through things here.
There we have it. I think one thing, though, that EG will also be pretty happy with is getting fair on the Lycan again. He had a very good Lycan game.
Yeah.
Top of the net worth for pretty much the majority of that game too. So we'll see if he can once again pull out a similar performance. It's going to be maybe a little bit harder. He's not in that side lane. He is going to be taking the Lycan towards the mid, where he's going to find the PL and the Wyvern. But I imagine is this EG getting the matchups that they want, or is this Penta getting the matchups they want, do you think?
Overall, it looks pretty good for EG, I would say. I'm pretty content with where I'm sitting right now. Fear's going to be the big question mark, but if he can survive to level 3, second barrel impulse, things will be good. Overall, I like the way that they've been maneuvering around in terms of like the net worth distribution and just how much farm everyone's getting. The past few days, almost like the full week now, we've just been seeing Fear on DP or DK, and he's been very lackluster in terms of like what they're giving him in terms of net worth and everything. He only has so much he can do with that much gold. That's the role that they're being handing over to him. But last game on that Lycan, that was the Fear that we want. You know, this guy's getting really aggressive, gets some gold, makes things happen across the map. So see if he can do that again here in this mid lane setup.
Boogie getting the taunts out down bottom, trying to do his best to disrupt the farm of Arteezy, but at the moment not looking to be too easy for the Tide to do so. So Artor is more than fine, 6 for 4 CS, and Boogie being zoned out by the presence of the Bane as well mid lane. Looking again from the Wyvern to try and harass Fear down. But as you say, he's hitting level 3. He's believed to have the ring, of course, queued up first. And as soon as he has those in his toolset, the regen's going to be more than enough to help sustain him against that aggression.
9-1 already? 10-1. He looks great. He's being pressured by 2 heroes, but he's the Lycan.
Playing it very nicely mid there. And here we have already the tasty 7 regen and reach 300 gold. Once he has both of the rings, they're going to need more than 2 heroes to harass that Lycan out of lane, and that's something that Penta might not be interested in there. Maybe more focus on trying to put their efforts elsewhere. At the moment, it's a lot of focus on Sumail. They do have the 3 heroes up here. Looking for a bit of a setup with the Stomp, bringing RMN forward, but there's the backup from Crit, comes in with the roll to slow down Oliver. In return, RMN will get the slow burn onto both of them. Crit falling very low. They don't want to dive it. They know Sumail's there. He's got that level 2 in the purification. It's very hard for these 3 heroes up top of Penta to make a go, but at the same time, it feels like there's not really a lane where there's a clear place for Penta to make the plays early on. And now EG, they're actually looking to try and fight back into this one as Crit rolls back forward. It may cost him his life. Can they get the first kill? DNZ falling low. They can't. DNZ's going to be able to get away. And with that bash, Penta will be the ones to get first blood. It looks so close to EG being the ones to find the successful kill, but they just couldn't get it.
Yeah, very nice for the side of Penta. Trying to find something with these 2 heroes. As you said, not the best like roamers and gankers necessarily. They're just trying to secure this. You're in a tough matchup with the Omni Knight. You can pretty much 1v1 anyone, so you might as well bring the supports up here and try and help out Oliver a little bit. And compared to Crit and his game 1 on the Elder Titan, it looks like DNZ's going to have a much nicer time this game. You know, Fogs, he's been going on about this Elder Titan.
I mean, it is a great
He spams it. You know, I don't want to slander the guy, but he plays a hell of a lot of Elder Titan. And I know that he gets very excited when he sees heroes like Winter Wyvern or Faceless Void or Tidehunter on his team. All these big AoEs. Yeah, that's what Elder Titan needs to build off of. That's what Crit was missing when he was playing the hero in game number 1. So DNZ certainly has a big opportunity in this match to really take over as long as the rest of the team can make it to that mid game either ahead or at least some sort of an even pace with EG.
Now Misery making sure that Boogie doesn't find much at all from that bottom lane. Only 2 CS on this Tide, getting pretty much nothing because of this the way that Bane is able to
Bane with Arcane Room.
Wow, that's
filthy.
Good luck with trying to get yourself close with the amount of saps and nightmares. Still, 3 days. CS does look very good for EG. Just the 3 heroes, 3 cores sort of matched against each other. EG with the lead in all of them. And in fact, with that brain tap, Boogie's falling low, and I think he may have just given up his life. With a nightmare, buys time for Misery to get some free hits in, and the final touch from Arteezy to seal the deal gets EG the kill. At the same time up top though, Sumail falling low. In fact, I don't think he's getting out of this one. Purification still on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Can he do it? He cannot. The final right click from DNZ takes down the Omni Knight. So Penta do find a kill in return. But I'm looking at the farm on both Arteezy and Fear. It's looking pretty scary for Penta. Both of these big cores are getting the big starts that they need, and we saw what they were able to do with that in game 2.
Yeah. Looks like Sumail maybe punished a bit there just because of crit rotating around, grabbing bounty runes, stacking some camps. A lot easier on the bottom half of the map where Misery is just lurking near Arteezy the entire time. He just goes and stacks the Ancients, and then just goes back to harassing Boogie, giving him a terrible life. I mean, both of them level 3. That's an excellent goal of support. When you can keep the offlaner at your own level, you feel very good about the situation.
Crap. Off on the high ground.
Like GNZ just walked right past. Hello. There he is.
He's going to get him out of the neighborhood. RMM will be there as well, but Crit, of course, will be fine. Holds himself up to the high ground. But as you say, definitely the biggest issue is the tide this game. Like how, in terms of for Penta, how much he's going to be able to actually do for the side, because Boogie, so his level 3 is the same as the supports, and he is getting absolutely nothing from this offlane.
I think the way EG have this set up with the Sven too, this kind of shows what I think Penta were trying to do last game when they put the Sven mid. Because the support wants to camp with the Sven, but he also needs to be stacking Ancients. And you can do that from the Radiant mid, but you can't do that from the Radiant offlane or safe lane. You know, the Ancients just aren't close enough to actually play effectively. Whereas on the Dire side, you're running the Sven in the offlane. This is great for Misery. He's keeping the creeps near the tower from the Sven just by controlling the wave, and then Misery's able to keep stacking these Ancients. So
yeah.
That gold's going to be stacking up much easier for the Sven this game, and going to make the hero look a hell of a lot better than when Penta played it.
Towards the mid lane, here goes Misery. Has that DD with a Nightmare. That's going to buy him time to get a few right clicks in if he wishes to do so. Will be actually taken off nicely by the illusion of Arc, allowing him time to doppelganger up the high ground. Fear continue to chase though with the shapeshift and Crit's control for the boulder smash. By some time, Arc able to get himself to the side with the rush, and that is it going to be enough to save him? Fear looking to chase the stomp for DNC, doesn't quite catch the Leica, but the body blocks isn't enough. Arc's juking around. No, he still goes down. Arc will fall. And at the same time, it's a double kill for Misery. The DD Bane having full impact on that mid lane with Fear and Crit ready to dive in and dive in deep. And that's the great thing with any sort of hero that can commit like an Earth Spirit with the Lycan. They're just going to run at mid lane at this point of the game, and there's not much you can do without mass TP rotations, and they just didn't come out from Penta.
Yeah, ideal hero to go for. Yeah. Really try and slow down this PL. And with the build now these days, where everyone's maxing the Phantom Rush, just not going to be a very difficult kill to get in comparison to maybe even like maxing Phantom Lance or something. Like just throwing out some lances at this guy would have been feeling a lot better.
I'm going to look towards Fear. I know he hasn't got that ultimate. Let's start to set up time for them to come close and surround him. And they should be able to claim this kill. So they will be able to punish Fear for sticking around a little too long. I say that, it's I don't get it. DNZ. Oh, there we go. The regen of the Wolfman, not quite strong enough. We'll need a buff.
Some space created right there. So they're going to try and put a deep ward in there from the Wyvern. Maybe keep an eye on some of these Sven plays. But he's mostly playing still in the Southern Hemisphere. Man, he's going way around. Alright, I love this. See, like, the Wyvern goes in there, up the staircase, and he's looping all the way back around with the smoke.
Okay.
To try and get some wards down over here. And this is going to allow them to try and contest this Ancient stack when it happens. Do they have the heroes for it? They do. They have a Chronosphere. He can TP relatively closely on the Shrine. They have the Elder Titan. They have the Wyvern. That's the big game plan now for Penta.
Look at this down on him. Poor old Boogie. He's having a rough one down. And not only is he getting nothing, he has got the backup of his friends, though. DNC comes in with a stomp. It's not going to be enough to save him, though. And in fact, DNC has to be a bit careful himself. There's still 3 heroes here ready to surround him. Ironman does come in, trying to help DNC stay alive. Crit and Misery falling low. It's a nice chrono. We'll catch both of them. Arteezy gets away, but the 2 supports will pay for this. As Misery taken down, Oliver, great rotation, comes in with that chrono and secures himself a double kill.
Yep, and that should be back up and ready again by the time Arteezy tries to get those Ancients as well, so they're still going to be ready to contest. You know, he's still a ways away. Not too farmed yet on the Sven, not too many levels. And some space created for the PL mid. So, breaking down the net worth chart at this point, you can see the Sven and the Lycan are looking quite hardy. There is the Void, but then there's also the Omni. We haven't seen Sumail in a while. That pressure's been very relieved off him up there.
He's getting aggressive. He's level 8. He sees a level 5 tide. He starts running it, and so does Fear and Crit. Coming in with the shapeshift, the boulder smash, the purification, more than enough burst to bring down this very much starved Tide Hunter who's had this tough start. At any time he comes to lane, he is going to get run at. Not only something you'd expect with a Tide, there's not the hero that you do dive upon, but when he's as sort of low level as Boogie is, you're going to go from every time with these heroes.
Backed up with purification as well, heavy pure damage to rip right through that Kraken shell. And Fear, how about the way he's been playing with his Helmet and Dominator? Everyone's been so focused about getting it around that 5-minute mark, getting the catapult, using that for the push and the pressure, but he's much more concerned about getting some kills. You know, he's been grabbing the Centaurs, he's been grabbing the Hellbears, he just runs at someone and tries to break them down before there's any sort of response from the side of Penta. So what they were missing in Game 1, you know?
Yeah, I think
none of the pressure.
Not just in Game 1, but some of the other games that we've seen from EG recently. This sort of decision to run it like this, sort of straying away from the DPs, having Fear on this hero is Lycan. I mean, granted, Lycan is a very strong hero at the moment, but Fear is playing it on another level.
Yeah, he's actually stepping out of lanes, you know? Before he was just, he'd park in one lane, he would go until he TP'd out. Now he's moving through the jungles, getting out of the vision of the enemy team and making some surprise plays because of it. Misery trying the same thing here with the smoke.
Oh, he's got the Fiend Script to set up. There's the 3 members of EG coming forward. I don't know if there's any chance of this Void surviving. He's getting himself sometime with the Cold Embrace. Will he be able to tumble up? He will. Oh, he gets it off. There's not quite enough control after the Cold Embrace to keep that man in place. And now Penta, they're going to be able to turn it around. They turn towards Misery, take down the Bane, and the rest of EG forced away. Very nice save from the Wyvern. I thought Crit might have had enough control between the silence and the stun afterwards, but he didn't seem like he did.
Yeah, had to burn it all, and they couldn't get in there with Arteezy either, just because of the spacing from the Wyverns. Excellent positioning there, able to save his life. But Fear's ready again. Ulti probably almost back up here.
May not even need it for this one if they can get close, but okay.
Yeah, there it is now. So it's a bit late, perhaps. Someone forgot what he's thinking about. No.
It'd be a great
about this guy,
with
dude.
the Cold Embrace. It's like, you know, it's going to be like, sure, he might get it, but the chances are TPs are going to come in. He's going to be in a very bad position, especially with Oliver TPing down here. Chronosphere back online. And Fear would be a lovely target. If you can take him down, especially when he's got that ult, he's going to be held in place by the sleep. Oliver comes in. There's the Chrono into the ultimate from the Elder Titan. Do they have enough damage to bring him down before he's able to run away with that movement speed? They do not. Fear will be fine. Not quite enough damage with the committal of both of those ultimates. He'll get away. Top lane, Sumail. Should be fine. He's out of mana, but the Soul Ring's back up in a second.
And I don't know if you know this, but Sven is quite fat because he found that stack. He got it done, and the contest wasn't there.
This Arteezy Sven. I mean, he had an incredible start. The 100 CS at 12 minutes in. That's more than enough for Arteezy. On lane Oliver. He's being hunted. Time warp will be fine. But yeah, these 3 big cores of EG certainly proven to be the issue. And as we saw there, Penta don't get anything done with the Chrono, with the split from the Elder Titan. There's very little they can do during the downtime. But EG's just going to run at them because EG know that they have such a strong upper hand. And with the Fiend Script onto the Void, I don't know if he's getting out. I said that last time. This time is for sure. Crit is able to follow the Fiend Script with the lockdown. That's only going to get worse and worse.
So 7k lead. This is a Sven game. You know, being so far ahead, this looks like the EG that people were expecting.
There we go. They're going to look to try and control us. He does have a purification and a drum charge.
They've lost the bottom tower during this.
Ow! He's trying to get out, and he's actually going to make it as well. They just don't have quite enough damage. He's too beefy with that drum.
Costly error for Penta.
I mean, that's a Winter's Curse. We've seen numerous big ults used, and nothing has been found with them for Penta Sports. This is a massive worry for a lineup that is so reliant on just finding objectives with those cooldowns.
Yeah, I will say it's a little bit easier this game, I would say, for Penta to try and get back into it. Darkseer, much harder to set up for with all those other wombo combos in comparison to Faceless Void. So if they can try and go by Chrono and have being backed up by the Curse, by the Ravage, as well as by the Elder Titan, there's a chance they can kind of claw their way back into the game. So, easy.
Oh, they found the Elder Titan, but they don't want to go for the dive. Buki's coming in with the TP. They know a Ravage is available. Crit tries to roll away. Nice body block from Ark. That should secure them the Earth Spirit kill. So it will indeed. They pick that one up. More money to the bank for Ark. He needs it. Still quite the difference between those cores and Arteezy. 8k net worth on Sven as he continues to farm up an absolute treat camp to camp. With SMY on its way out in its full completion, and now we'll go straight towards the Blink Dagger.
Even doing the exact same build. And yet a much different game and much earlier.
Oh, Oliver has walked into a Necroarmy. They do have the Chrono, but do they have the damage? I don't think they do. Again, 2 ultimates used. And they're not doing anything with it. It's
and
just
he's
not
spreading
enough.
his units from the hero, so the curse can't even be used on him. There. Excellent job.
And now RMN's out of mana. Meanwhile, Samel's been able to take down Boogie, and now Crit coming in with the punish. This is all falling apart for Penta. This is getting pretty brutal. If they can't find the opportunity to do anything in these big team fights, I don't know how they can do it. Mid lane, trying to go into Misery, but Arteezy's there. Oh, Misery will get the Fiend's Grip onto the wrong one. He does survive, though. It's like he lives. Doesn't get the kill, which would have been the dream for Arteezy, being able to cut down Ark's PL. But what's the plan for Penta? I feel like they've got to smoke up. They've got to do something much more coordinated to really get back into this one.
Yeah, they can't afford those like chronos that just don't get a kill. They have to be perfect.
Should be a free one. Misery. That's the main down. But yeah, they need these big kills. They have to get one of the 3 cores of
his
EG.
His life's not going to be very easy though, because Oliver, yeah, he's got the Vanguard first. He's trying the Vanguard.
Oh no, and look at this. Ravage will be there. Buys him time. Oliver doesn't have the chrono for 60 seconds. He's trying to get himself away. Penta, they're doing their best to turn this one as they're going on Crit, take down him, and turn towards Arteezy, but Arteezy's doing a lot. Winter's Curse isn't going to pull Arteezy in, so Samel will be fine. Arteezy just dives under the tower, takes the life of the Wyvern. Penta desperately hoping to try and get something in response, but the GA comes through. They can't punch into Arteezy for now, but it's a good sleep, holding him in place, so after the GA runs out, they may be able to continue to chase. Ark jumps forward with the double gap, but Arteezy just turns. He doesn't even need the God Strength to push them away with the right clicks that he's dealing with the S and Y at this stage. And look at bottom lane, they lose Ark mid. Bottom lane Fear is pushing in onto your racks. Penta are just getting pulled apart. They'll have to pop the fortification and force Fear back. But EG, they are continuing to maintain this very strong and early lead. 11k net worth advantage, 16 minutes in. And this is, it's feeling like such a scary game for Penta. The split push threat, the fact that the Arteezy Sven is as big as it is at this stage, and EG going into Roshan. Can Penta really do anything? I think they're going to have Chronosphere back up soon, but the other ults, they've already been used.
Yeah, you often hear in terms of like drafting for captains and everything, this idea of like they have so much team fight, like you can either go more team fight and you try and keep matching and matching and matching, or you just go split push. And you're like, okay, we're just going to dodge your fights. You know, your catch overall isn't that amazing from the side of Penta, and so Fear just always has his mind on these racks, always splitting the waves. And Penta, Mr. Oliver, I don't know, man. Like, I heard them debating about who Oliver was going to play. They're like, do you think it's going to be Oliver Void or Oliver PL? The first thing that came to my head was, well, you know, Void is better with Radiance. And I actually just, that was a joke. I didn't think he would actually do it.
In the old classic one that was about when Wagger started on his stream. The Vanguard Radiance.
It's too bad. He's on the other stream, too. He would love this right now.
Well, I mean, it's not doing too great, so I don't know how much he'd love it.
Yeah, you have to actually finish the Radiance for it to be the build, I suppose. So we'll see if that actually happens this game.
See, the hunting from Misery has got a Fiend's Grip with Time Warp for Oliver.
This is space created.
That's true.
Yeah, like, this Void is not. Where's that Radiance come from? You can't get it in the trees. They do not grow on trees, it turns out.
I mean, well, if you're Samel, apparently they do, because he's managed to get his amount of minutes. It's going to be nearly complete on Samel. Oh, they've got a chrono. TP will be cancelled, so Samel is on his own. They have got the rest of EG coming through. Can they kill Samel in time? He's got the Purification and will be bashed up. They do get a big kill onto Samel as he was closing in on the Radiance. That will put the recipe on hold for a little bit. The Penta do manage to take down one of the cores, this time with their ults. That's 600 gold away from Radiance on Samel's Omni Knight. Arteezy, he's actually charging across. They do want to continue to try and take this fight. They've got the Fiend's Grip. Stuff from Arteezy on the sidelines, cutting down the Wyvern, make sure there's no chance for a Cold Embrace or Winter's Curse. The spells from Crypt will miss initially, but it doesn't matter. They find Oliver in the tree lane. He's got one more time walk. There'll be the blink forward. Same time down bottom though. Fierce try for the Rat. Boogie will hold him in place with the Ravage. Oliver will get taken down with the God Strength from Arteezy. There is enough damage, and it looks like down bottom, the Ravage, sure it stops the push. It's not going to get the kill. Fear just pops the shapeshift, and he's able to run himself away.
You can even see just the concerns of Arteezy this game. He doesn't really care. He's like, what's the point of buying a BKB? I'm up against Chrono, I'm up against Winter Wyvern. So he's thinking, I'll just get an Orchid, because I have to focus the Wyvern anyway, and then I also want to stop the Void from getting his time walk off if we don't have the stuns in time or the silences from the Earth Spirit. So, excellent choice by him. We'll see if he goes for it, but I think that's definitely the right way to play this one after Blink. I am very scared if I want to try and approach this one. DMZ just trying to zone them out with the Spirit and the Stomp. 80 gush damage from Boogie. That is not often taken. I can tell you that much.
It's not indeed. Normally, yeah, the 25 movement speed.
He's got that medallion though, you know. That's the value.
I guess. No. Right, you're confusing me now. Come on, you're meant to be the analyst.
Sorry,
the smart stuff.
I shouldn't be so rude.
Sure, Anchor's match might be a bit
He needs a
better.
Veil for that one. That's the build, clearly. But anyway, not gonna be happy.
Veil tied.
The next level. We had our Veil, Witch Doctor? That was a good game.
Yeah, who was that? That was a solo, wasn't it? Yeah. We had the brown boots Veiled Witch Doctor. This game, at least, they do have that team fight. That's the thing. But then again, that's what we were saying with the Dark Seer. But also what you said, it's a little easier to execute with these heroes because they don't have a Dark Seer. It might be there for Penta, but overall, this is EG looking very different to the EG we saw in Game 1. It's been a series that's just been on the up and up after the end of Game 1 for EG, as Game 2 looked great in Game 3. This is, more looking to be what maybe people have expected when they sort of see the names, these players in this sort of matchup. They might not know too much about Penta, obviously, would be seen as the underdogs in this matchup, and this sort of this difference between the sides is certainly what I think a lot of the viewers at home would have been expecting to see. If you're EG, you do expect to have quite a lead in this matchup.
And there's been some issues with those EG standards lately.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but this is more what the EG fans at home will be expecting to see from them. There's Oliver down bottom, caught up. He does have the time walk, and will be able to TP safety in lane. No, Arteezy is going in onto DNZ on the other Titan. Will keep himself alive. Cold Embrace is there just in time. Turn attention towards Art. Doppelganger's back up to the high ground. EG will find the space to claim a tier 2. Oliver comes in. And Chrono and Winterskird's being used at the same time. A little awkward, but it works out in the terms of setting for the Ravage. And the other time Oliver, but it's not enough damage to get the kill. Now Arteezy is ready to respond. Heading forward. Phoenix Grip's there for Misery, holding the Void in place. Penta, they've lost one. Arteezy blinking up the high ground, pushing the rest of Penta back. Ironman on the sidelines being beat upon by Fierce Lycan. He'll Cold Embrace himself up, but he's held in place. The Necro Army brings him down. 2 down on Penta. Art's gone as well. Arteezy just blinking in. Kill to kill to kill. Double kill for him. Crit rolls in. Will be held back by the 3-man sleep, but there's 4 heroes dead on Penta. On their last lifeline here at ESL Genting. They will hold on for now. They've still got a fortification. They do have buybacks on both the PL and the Void. But EG, they claim bottom lane. They move straight towards mid. They'll get 2 sets of ranks for sure out of this, maybe more. We'll see. Arc has brought back, but the ults aren't there. Again, Penta, they threw everything into that last fight and they still couldn't come out on top. And with the Necro Books back up, EG, Fear will move for more onto the top lane. They've got the stun onto Arc, holding him back. Crit there with the Boulder Smash follower. What can Penta do? Oliver jumps in, but he hasn't got a Chrono available. Arteezy repelled him, turns straight towards the Void. Cold Embrace will be there to buy Oliver some time. Bootkick's not going to be quite as fortunate though. Arteezy cut through the time. Winter's Curse will mean the death of Misery, as Misery gets beaten down by his own teammates in response for his performance in Game 1. Arteezy, he has the stun onto the Wyvern, cuts them down. This game is more than over. Triple kill for Arteezy. Will he get a rampage? I don't think he will. He's not going to get the chance to. GG is called. Penta Sports come to the end of their line here at ESL Genting, and EG clean things up after Game 1.
Ecstatic
Step up to another
with
level.
victory.
Look at that.